Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. That you can create using Microsoft PowerPoint and then turning that design into a puzzle. So I'm going to walk you up through the process of how to design it in Microsoft PowerPoint, take you over to Cricut Design Space and get you ready for creating the puzzle. And then for the complete process on printing out your puzzle, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel. And on my playlist, if you'll go to the crafting folder, you'll find the tutorial that will walk you through the complete steps for the actual puzzle. But this is designing. This is more of a designing tutorial on how to design your puzzle. All right, so here I am. I actually have Pixabay, Pixabay.com. I'm on their website. And on Pixabay, you can actually come here and find a lot of free graphics to work with. And just something I'm going to share with you. So I'm actually looking for Valentine's graphics. You have this little drop down arrow here. If you select that, you can tell Pixabay what type of images you're looking for. Are you looking for photos? So if I click on photos, it's going to give me more realistic pictures for Valentine's. And then if I go back and I select vector graphics, it's going to give me more of like a clip art type look for your vector graphics. Okay. And then you're going to also have illustrations. So if you click on illustrations, you know, still more like a clip art kind of look. So kind of play around with it to find what you're really looking for out here, because Pixabay has a lot of really nice graphics. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Like I could get lost and play around with this all day long, but I'm not. What I will tell you is that the top part of your screen here, these are images that are offered through stock photo. So like if you go here, these are ones that you have to pay for. So it's like iStock. So if you click on these, it's going to charge you. So if you want to pay for your graphics, this is the place to come. There's a lot of iStock great photos out here. However, if you want to stay away from actually paying for the graphic, then please make sure that you're only utilizing the ones below that top line there. And you'll also sometimes find them at the bottom here. So sometimes you'll find some, like if you click here, it's letting you know Pixabay users get 20% off at iStock. So if you click that, you know, to get the code, then you're going to be working with looking at more graphics that actually have a charge to them. That's super cute. All right, so I do want to tell you that when you do select one of these, I'm going to go with vector graphics. And you just put in a keyword. So if I was looking for something for Halloween, then I would just type in Halloween vector graphics, and then you can see it gives me a lot of images that I can work with for Halloween. Okay, so just use a keyword. Less is better. I'm gonna put Valentine back in there. All right, so in Pixabay, when you find an image that you want to work with, you may be in the habit of finding images and then just right clicking. And that's not going to work in Pixabay. It's going to kind of distort your image and not give you a crisp, clear copy of that image. So if I were to right click and say save image as, what's going to happen? It's going to show you that it's going to save as a WEBP file, which is not what you want. Okay. So you're going to cancel out of that. And I'm going to show you the proper way to actually download one of these. So if you are interested, let's say you find, let's find something kind of cute to work with. This is cute. So I'm going to click it, and it tells you here, this is a free download. You can click on this Pixabay license. This lets you know that it's free for commercial use. No attribution is required. If you don't understand that language there, you can click on the Pixabay license to get additional details. However, I'm not going to do that right now. But when I click on free download and then download, and you can choose what size you want. I'm going to click download, and then it's going to have you to confirm that you're not a robot. And then you just select download. Now, this screen right here has really crucial information, guys. And one of the things I want to share with you is that a lot of times when these creators of these images, when they allow you to use their artwork, um, you know, it's okay for you to donate. It's not like you're paying for the image, but just to donate and to support that creator of that image and that artwork, because they're allowing you to use it for free, and not just for personal use, but also for commercial use in this case. Okay, so you could use it to make money off of that image. However, someone else took the time to create that image. So you can always go to this donate button. And if you click on that, then you can actually donate to the person that created this actual image. Okay. And I want to put that out there because we don't normally talk about that. We just show you how to click on someone's image and use it for free. And then it tells you crediting isn't required, but linking back is greatly appreciated and allows image authors to gain exposure. And you can use the following text. So, like if you were using this on your YouTube channel, then you could actually indicate in your description that this image was created by graphic mama team from Pixabay. Okay. And then you don't have to, highlight this. You have a little copy link where you can copy it and then paste it, wherever to give credit to the author. So I do want to put that out there. So now that I've clicked on free download, in the bottom left corner, the image is sitting there for me. And this is the way you get a good, crisp copy of the image. Okay. So now I'm going to right click and save as. I don't know, for some reason my computer is really slow today. There we go. So I have a little Valentine's folder here. I've been putting on my Valentine stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it as teddy bear 142 blah, 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 and save. And then it's going to save a copy of it for me. Now I'm going to show you what this will look like if I didn't download it the proper way. I'm going to show you what it would have looked like, so that to help you understand the difference between just right clicking sometime and taking an image versus downloading. So if I were to go to right click and save image as, and it gives me this WEBP file, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in my same Valentine's folder and save. Now when I click on it, in the bottom left corner here, the image file, this is what you're going to get. Install on-demand component. Okay, so it is not recommended that you do the WEBP file, but instead to go ahead and click on the link for the free download. So now I'm going to bring up my Microsoft PowerPoint, and I'm just going to insert that image by going to Pictures, this device, and then I'm going to look here in my Valentine's folder. So here we have the image. I'm going to insert, and you see how it comes out nice and crisp and clean. Okay. All right, on the right-hand side of your screen, guys, anytime you're working in Microsoft PowerPoint and you insert an image, you're going to get this window to pop up with design ideas. And basically what this is giving you options on how to use that image, rather than just placing a blank, copy of the image on your screen, but it's giving you some ideas. And so if you click on those, then you can actually utilize it in that way instead of, you know, just bringing it in as an image on the screen. So it's giving you different image design ideas. Okay. So I kind of like this, but then I also like that. I think that's super cute. Mm. Another thing that you could do, you could also go to this design tab here from your menu. You can select that, and these are different design options. So if you click on them, not just click them, but lay your cursor on it, then, so I'm not clicking, I'm just laying my cursor. You can kind of see what it will look like if you select that design. It gives you, some of them will show you what it will look like if you go with that design. So that gives you some additional, options out here when you're designing a Microsoft PowerPoint. And then you can click on the drop down and see if there's any others. Now, as I was doing that, I did like this. I think that's cute because it kind of looks like they are standing on a floor. And with that chair idea there, that looks really cute. Really, really cute. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to keep this. And then I'm going to insert some text since there's no text here and we're doing this for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to go to the text box, and you have to right click, guys, and drag because otherwise there won't be a text box there. So a text box will not automatically pop up on your screen. So I'm just going to type in "Be My Valentine," if I can spell. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to select my text and kind of get it where I want it. So I'm going to go back to the menu, and I'm going to select home, and I'm going to change this to actually center the text for me. And then I'm going to use this little area here, this little arrow, to kind of rotate it a little bit because I want it to go inside of the balloon. Okay, so now I have "Be My Valentine," and we can highlight our text, and then we can go back to the home and we can change the font. So let me see if I find something cute I want to use. I always get stuck on "About Love" because that's one of my favorites. I told you. I always get stuck on "About Love." Once I land on it, it's like, oh, that's the one I want. Okay, so I think I'm going to put it at this 20. And you can, of course, go back to the home and you can change that color on it. So if you want it to do white instead, you can do white. You can change it to whatever color you like. All right, so this is one design. I'm going to go in and do another design because we're talking about, and one of the things, if you use a design, guys, it will automatically put that design on each slide that you have in your presentation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to expand out this slide. And then I'm going to use the print screen key on my keyboard, and I'm going to take a copy of that slide. So my screen looks dark now, and that's because I'm taking a snapshot on my other monitor, and then I'm going to show it to you. I'm just going to do a new slide. I'm going to go into design, and I'm going to remove that floor that was there, and then I'm going to right click. And so now I have that, and I'm going to actually save it as an image now. So what I did again, guys, is I did the slide. I came down to the bottom right here and clicked on slideshow. And then on my second monitor, it popped up this image. And then I hit the print screen, this PRT space SCN, the print screen, no, PRTSC, I'm sorry, print screen key on my keyboard to take a copy. So I just took a copy of it. Now you could also um, you know, just highlight it and do that, do a save as, but I wanted to get the flooring and everything. So in order to do that, I had to use the print screen. So here's the image that I got with the flooring, which I love, 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 love. So what I'm going to do is save as, and then I'm just going to say V-Day image 1. There we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and say new slide, and that's going to give me a blank slide. So I have one design. I'm going to walk through one more design with you. So I'm going to go back to Pixabay and see what else I would like to work with. Find another cute little image. And if you don't see anything, then you can scroll down and you'll find additional pages. So you can go to the next page. And let's see what we find here. Okay, those are cute. Let me go back here for just a second, and I'm going to change this from vector graphics to photos. And see if I see anything in photos. And that way you'll have one that was created with the vector graphic. Oh, look at the little poopy dog. I think I got that one already. And let's see. Oh, look at the little frog. That's so cute. I'm going to take this one. This one is super cute. Okay, so we're going to go free download. We're going to select download because the sizing is perfect. We're going to select I'm not a robot and download. Okay. It also tells you here this Pixabay license, editorial use only, no attribution required. If you don't understand what that means, then make sure you click on that link and it'll give you the information. Crediting isn't required, but linking back is greatly appreciated and allows image authors to gain exposure. You can use the following text, blah, 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 blah. So if you click on the editorial, it tells you what is allowed. Pixabay images and videos may be used freely for commercial and non-commercial use, but there are some restrictions, and then here are the exceptions. Don't redistribute or sell someone else's Pixabay images or videos or on other stock or wallpaper platforms. Don't sell an altered copies of an image. Sell an exact copy of a stock photo as a poster, print, or on a physical product. Don't portray identifiable people in a bad light, and don't use images with identifiable brands to create a misleading association. So, like if you wanted to do TikTok, they don't want you to put TikTok on their image because that's, you know, messing up the TikTok brand. And then they give you some additional information. So I'm just going to show you how to use this one, but I'm not going to use it in my, nope, I don't think I'm going to use it because I don't want any issues with my YouTube channel. So that's probably the same person. Let's keep going. You know, when in doubt, keep it moving. That's one thing I will tell you. Oh, the apple with the little heart on it is cute. And I could get really creative with that. But I'm going to go back to vector graphics here for a second. I do remember seeing one that had like the big red truck that everybody's been using for Christmas. They had some Valentine Day images out here. So I'm going to see if I can find that right quick. And if not, then I'll just select something else to kind of play around with just to kind of give you a feel. A lot of people shy away from Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Word, but they are great software tools to use for designing. Okay, so I don't want to spend a lot of time looking for it. So, oh, look at the birdies. The birdies are so cute. I want to try one more time. Okay. So I did not find the truck this time. So let me see if I saved it the first time I saw it. So I'm going to go back to Microsoft PowerPoint here. And I'm going to go to Insert, Picture, this device. And I'm going to look for, because I brought some images in last time. This one is cute. All right, so I'm going to insert this image. Now watch when the image comes in, it's going to come in really crisp and clear because I did the download. I did the free download, and the way I showed you how to download this image, I used that same process. Okay. If you want to get some design ideas, you can just click on design, and then you can kind of play around with what would it look like if I did that? What would it look like if I did that? So on and so forth. And I don't like any of those. So what I'm going to do is I am going to click on Shift on my keyboard, and then I'm going to use this right little area here to drag it so that I don't distort the look and feel of the image. And I'm going to picture format here from the menu, and I'm going to go over to Align and select Center so that I can get it, make sure it is in the center of the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some text to these little hearts. I think that'll be super cute. So I'm going to go to the menu and select Insert, Text Box. And again, you have to right click and drag. So I'm going to do Be Mine. You know how we used to have those little candies back in the day? And then I'm just going to center that, and then kind of rotate it because there is a little bit of a rotation on that heart. It's not dead center. So we're going to kind of put it like that. And then I'm just going to right click and copy, and then right click and paste. And that way I can just keep going by just changing the text. So I'm going to do, let's see, we got Be Mine. We're going to say Happy Valentine Day. And what I'm going to do is just go here and go to my home. And I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller so that it'll fit a little bit better. Okay. And I'm going to take this one again. And actually, I'm going to make it the same size as this one. So this font size, when I go to home, is a 14. I'm going to make this one a 14 as well so that they look alike in sizing. Home and 14. All right, so we got Be Mine. And let's see if I put a little bit of a bold on it. Now there are shortcuts, but I'm not going to get into shortcuts because sometimes when you're not used to PowerPoint, that may be a little bit confusing. So I'm taking you the long way around, but there are shortcuts where you can do some of this stuff. All right, so we got Be Mine, Happy Valentine's Day. We're going to copy, right click, copy, right click, paste. And we're going to use our rotation here. And on this one, we're going to put I love you. Okay. And we'll kind of bring that down just a tad bit like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to right click and paste because I already have it copied. And I'm going to rotate that. And we're going to say kisses. And I'm going to right click again and paste. And here, I'm just going to say sweet. Something simple. But just to give you an idea of how you could take that simple graphic um, and then change it into something that, you know, is even cuter by adding just some little words to it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to take and I'm going to duplicate this slide for a second. I'm going to show you something. So I'm just going to duplicate, click on the slide itself, right click and duplicate. And I am going to highlight all of this. And then I'm going to right click and come down to group, group. And that way, when I move this around, it all stays in place. It's not separated. Okay. So now we have that. And I'm going to click on it and go to picture format and crop. And let's see. Hold on one second. I think, okay, I did it on this one. I didn't do it on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, highlight everything, group it. Okay. All right, so you can keep it this way, or if you want to add a background, you can come over to your format background and you can get creative here. I'm going to do a gradient, and then I'm going to use these gradient stops here to kind of get some of the colors from the image to kind of help me out. And then I'm going to click on this add gradient stop so that I can get an extra one. Now, if you put too many, you could easily go here and click on the X to delete some of the gradient stops. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that very first one. I'm going to come down to color and click on the drop down arrow. And I'm going to select eyedropper. And what that's going to do is allow me to select a color from my image as a part of the gradient. I'm going to select the next stop, click on the down arrow, eyedropper, and I'm going to select another color. And then I am going to click on that last gradient stop, click on the color, eyedropper, and this time I'm going to select another color. I don't know if I selected that one. Oh, that's pretty. I kind of sort of like that, and then I kind of sort of don't. I'm weirded out right now. Let's go back to the eyedropper, and let's take that color, pink. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Okay, there we go. I like that better. All right, so now I have kind of like a background going on here. I'm gonna click on this image and I'm gonna go to picture format. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to um, choose picture effects. And I wanna kind of add like a little bit of, I'm gonna add like a little bit of a shadow on here. And you'll be able to see the shadow as I'm clicking on it. It's going to come around the edges of the image here. I'm not clicking any of them. I'm just seeing what they will look like to see if I want to use either one of them. So kind of like that. This is just going to kind of give it like a little bit of a shadow so it doesn't look like I just took an image and slammed it on there. So what I'm going to do now, again, I'm going to go ahead and present in like slideshow view. And let me cancel it off over here. And then I'm going to use the same print screen key on my keyboard. And I'm going to take a snapshot of the image. All right, so I took a snapshot of it. And I'm going to come here, right click, and say new slide. And then right click, and I'm going to paste the image that I just took a snapshot of. And you see how we have everything right there together. Okay. So what I'm going to do is right click and save as, and I'm going to call this V-Day image 2. And save. All right, so now I have shown you how you could go in and design in Microsoft PowerPoint, and I've shown you how you can use Pixabay to use images and then bring them in Microsoft PowerPoint and kind of jazz them up a little bit so that it's not just the image alone, but we've added, words here. We also added words on this one. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Cricut Design Space. Remember, I said I'll bring you over to Cricut Design Space just to show you where to go from here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click on Upload in Cricut Design Space, and we're going to upload image, browse, and we're going to locate the images that we just created. So here is one. And we're going to go with complex and continue. And continue because we've already done all the work that we're going to do, so we don't need to do anything differently. We're going to leave the save as a print then cut selected and click on save. Now, if you want to get in the habit of saving a name to your images, this is the place that you will do it, and you can add tags to make it easily identifiable or locate where you can locate it in Cricut Design Space. I don't do this because it's just not that serious to me, but this is where you would do it, and then you would click on save. All right, so we now have our image brought into Cricut Design Space. We're going to select it and click on Insert Images. And there's our image. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to upload our puzzle template. So I'm going to be using one of my favorites, which is this one. And I'm going to insert images. Now this part, guys, is all in creating a puzzle. On my playlist on my YouTube channel, you'll find all the process on how to create a puzzle. This tutorial is more about designing in Microsoft PowerPoint for your puzzles. So the first thing you're going to do is your puzzle template comes in. If you want a copy of this puzzle template, you can email me and I'll send it to you. I'll put my email in the description box. So what I'm going to do is click on this eye here, and that's going to hide this black layer because we don't need that. And then we want to make this image the same size as our puzzle, okay? So our puzzle is 9.72. Oh no, wait a minute. I'm going to bring that down some. I don't want a puzzle that big. So we're going to make the puzzle the same size as our image, or we're going to make the image the same size as our puzzle. So whatever size you use here, that's the same size as you want to have your image, okay? So I'm going to rotate this around since my picture is more rectangle. All right, so I'm going to change this to, hold on one second. Okay, we're going to try this. So our puzzle is at 9.076 and 6.378. So we're going to change our image to the same width and height. So 9.076, click your image. You're going to click on this lock proportion one time to unlock it. And you're going to type in your 6.076. And, oh, sorry, 9.076. All right. And I don't know why this is being a book of bear, but I know I hit 9. There we go. And then we're going to change the height to 6.378. I don't know what is going on with me today. 9.076, 6.378, I think it was. Let me just double check my work. Okay. And so what you're going to do is you're going to bring your image and line it up with your puzzle piece, and then highlight the both of them. And in the bottom right corner, you're going to click on attach. Okay. So we got that attached. Everything looks good. At this point, you would click on make it. Okay. And then when you get here, you should only have one mat displayed. If you get here and you see two mats, you've done something wrong. You should only have one mat. Everything should be on this one mat. When you click on, you don't have to mirror or anything. When you click on continue, and then you click on center printer. When you get to this slide here, you should only see your image. You should not see the puzzle piece. If you see the puzzle pieces, you've done something wrong, okay? So you want to just select whatever printer you're using. I always remove the bleed from this point, and then I always use my system dialog, and that's because I like to select and then click on print. I like to choose best when I'm working with the puzzle so that I get the best color scheme going on and it's really nice, crisp, and clear. So I'm going to go back and select my 6960 HP printer. And then under preferences, I choose best. So I'm going to come down to print quality and select best. And then I would click on OK. Now, this is the part where I'm going to stop. I'm not going to be printing this out. I just wanted to get you to this point. So that would actually walk you up to the process of printing this out. You could go to my playlist and click on the complete tutorial for creating a puzzle, and then scroll to the ending part that will walk you through printing out that puzzle, and then having your Cricut design, your Cricut cutting machine to cut it for you. Okay. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Again, this tutorial was all about designing in Microsoft PowerPoint to give you some ideas on things that you could do for Valentine's Day from that using the puzzles. And then also, I'm going to show you here, since I have this up, I'm going to go to my YouTube channel just so that I can show you guys how to find this information on my channel. So when you get into YouTube and you go to my channel, you're going to have a playlist. So you click on that playlist, and then under the playlist, you have some categories out here to help you find things easier. So if you're looking for sublimation projects that I've worked on, sublimation tutorials, you would click on sublimation projects. And then if you just want normal crafting that's non-sublimation related, then you click on crafting tutorial. So when I click on this crafting tutorial, this is where this is where you would be able to find all the different crafting tutorials. So in here, you would find the puzzle tutorial. And I think it's going to be this one, creating a puzzle in Cricut Design Space. It's 43 minutes and 58 seconds. But again, once you click on it, then you can actually scroll through by dragging this over so that you can get to the part where I walk through the complete process, on creating the puzzle, and that keeps you from having to watch this entire video all over again. So I just want to point that out because this tutorial was about designing in Microsoft PowerPoint Valentine puzzles and or Valentine images or ideas, and then bringing it into Cricut Design Space and actually creating a puzzle out of it. And basically, what it's doing, guys, is just giving you a little bit more design ideas for Microsoft PowerPoint instead of just placing the image and just working with the image alone. I never want you to feel like you only, can work with the image. I want to be able to show you how you can use it. I didn't group this so you can see what happened is when I clicked on it. So I'm going to highlight this and then right click and group. And now when I move it, it's a solid piece. But I already have it down here as a complete image. Now, when you're working with these puzzles, it is best that you work with a puzzle that is in a rectangle shape, because otherwise what's going to happen is Cricut Design Space is going to cut this out like this. If it wasn't in a rectangle shape and this is what I had without this background here, it would cut this out in a circle, and then you'd have your puzzle pieces, which is going to be a complete mess. Okay, so it's always best to work with an image that is in a rectangle shape, unless you're working with a template that is a circle. Then you could, get away with that. But for the template that I'm using here, you want to make sure that you're using an image that is in a rectangle shape. All right. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you're currently subscribed to my Facebook group, Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, I want to thank you guys so much for subscribing or for being members to my Facebook group. If you would like to be added to my Facebook group, then you can send me a request to my Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, and we'll go ahead and get you added. And then if you are seeing my tutorials for the first time and you like my method of teaching, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also on my YouTube channel, you can always click on this bell notification here in the top right-hand corner. And then you'll be made aware, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll be made aware anytime I upload a tutorial to YouTube. And I always, always, always place my tutorials. I always place my tutorials into a playlist to help you be able to find or to locate my tutorials easier. So just go to playlist, and then depending on what you're looking for, you'll have your subcategories, and it tells you how many videos are in each one of these categories. So here we have 28 tutorials, 4, 22, 14. We have 78 crafting tutorials, and that's it. So you don't have to worry about these, but those are all the different playlists that I have out here. All right, if you're new to Cricut, guys, and you're trying to learn how to use a lot of the feature and functionality within Cricut, I would highly suggest that you use my playlist up under Attach, Weld, Slice, and Flatten, because there's a lot of tutorials out here for. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. And again, that's it, guys. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I will link my email in the description if you want to request a copy of the template that I'm using for the puzzle. I'll be more than glad to email that to you. And if you would like to join my Facebook group, then send me a request. And if you're not currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And I do appreciate all of you guys, and have a great day. And my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great weekend. Bye.